great to win 3 straight, especially how people counted them out. I'm happy for the fans. I'm happy for the players, the coaches, and to come out winning the division title is outstanding for those guys. I'm very happy for them.
Thank you. Everybody on the field knew, and in the stadium knew that we were going to run the ball to try and run the clock out. And our guys executed, and they had so many guys in the box. Our guys blocked who they needed to, and Rashad made the rest of them miss. And so,
congratulations, Tampa Bay. You guys clinch the division for the 3rd consecutive year. Great job, Todd Bowles. I understand this season still isn't up to par of when you guys won the Super Bowl. But hey, the fact of the matter is like 3 consecutive division clinching performances for your organization. That's great. That's beautiful. Todd Bowles, congratulations. You keep your job. Baker Mayfield, this game you had against the Carolina Panthers wasn't great. It wasn't good. But at the end of the day, you won the game. I think that's all I care about is when you're in. No turnovers. Of course, only having 137 yards and no touchdowns. That's disgusting. And of course, he was limping from time to time after taking some big hits, so we hate that. As of what I am seeing, it seems as if with you guys clinching the division, that your opponents for the first round of the playoff, it's either going to be Dallas or the Philadelphia Eagles, okay? And I personally believe that I would rather you guys play the Eagles. I think the Eagles are a team that defensively you guys can exploit their weaknesses, especially within their secondary. I believe Rachaad White would be more than capable to getting into that second level of their linebackers where it is very weak, very underdeveloped. The talent there is very limited. And so this would be a game where Rachaad White would definitely show his skills in a high volume circumstance. So I love the idea of you guys potentially playing the Eagles. Now, if things go to the Cowboys, I'm not saying things aren't going to be great, but I'm saying that the game plan has to be very simple with using Rachaad White. Rachaad White would have to be the key piece. I think if you play the Eagles, you guys just play football. I think it's just a football game. Let Chris Godwin go off against this game with the Carolina Panthers. He had 6 receptions and 51 yards. No one got into the end zone against this Carolina Panthers team. And I just want to know, all right, we'll continue to talk about next week in a little bit, but where's your confidence level? I mean, if anyone knows football, if anyone has seen any of these games, we understand that, yeah, the Carolina Panthers offense is pretty trash, but the defense is no joke. Like, the defense has ball hawks everywhere. So I don't think there's a huge issue of seeing 9-0. That clearly means that, hey, you have a divisional rival that knows your weaknesses and your strengths really, really well. They know all of your players really, really well. And more than likely, the Carolina Panthers, a very, very emotional game to help keep you guys out of the postseason. And so, of course, they're going to come with a little bit more energy. They're going to be a little bit more revamped. But you guys still won the game 9-0. Let me know in the comments of where your confidence level would be if you guys had to play the Eagles and play the Cowboys. And let me know why. And of course, by the time this video is actually coming out, we already know why. We would already know who the opponent is, but we just want to get this out as soon as possible. But let us know why. Let us know who you would rather have. Do you want the Eagles or do you want the Cowboys? Let me know in the comments. Now, Rachaad White gave us 19 carries for 75 yards, only averaging about 3.9 yards per carry. I do love what Chase Edmonds brought, though, especially with that 21-yarder. I would like him to... I like what Rachaad White does. You guys know, I'm a Rachaad White stan. I love what he brings to the table. I think he looks absolutely sick in his jersey and his whole getup. He's awesome. He's amazing. I'm actually in negotiations of getting him on my dynasty team for fantasy. I'm in negotiations at the moment. We'll see how that goes out. But I do love the burst that Chase Edmonds can bring to the table as well. So if things get stalled out a little bit more, even with the Eagles or with the Cowboys, whoever we play, let's get Chase Edmonds just a little bit of snaps, just a little bit of a different pace in the game. Mike Evans, I believe, would absolutely decimate the cornerbacks of the Philadelphia Eagles. I personally think that if Mike Evans was able to play against the Philadelphia Eagles secondary, it would be one for the books. I think you guys would actually beat the Eagles in a convincing fashion. The Cowboys, I'm not saying that you guys would lose. I'm just saying that's a tougher opponent, but the defense that you guys have can definitely go mano for sure. With their offense, it's just that their defense is the scarier opponent. Michael Parsons is going to be doing what he always does at will. D-Law, DeMarcus Lawrence, he's going to be another engine that will never stop going after Baker Mayfield. And we already saw in this game against the Carolina Panthers that Baker, if he keeps getting touched, there's going to be an unfortunate circumstances of him getting hurt. And we don't want that. We already understand that if he goes down, that's it. If Baker Mayfield can't play, I highly doubt you guys are going to have a lot of confidence in Kyle Trask to really keep things going. I highly doubt it. But hey, Kalijah Cansey, Vita Vea, Logan Hall, Yaya Diaby, be ready, because the Cowboys and the Eagles, their goal is going to be to run the ball. That's going to be what they have to do in the playoffs, is run the ball and rely on their defense. That's what it's going to be. So Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott, they're going to be in position to make sure that the ball stays on the ground, and play action is going to be their best friend. But guess what? You have Devin White and Levante David as your linebackers, which is one of the best linebacker duos in the National Football League, and we're getting into postseason. I don't think a lot of people are really looking at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, truly, honestly. And like I said, it wasn't that long ago that you guys were the reigning champs. And of course, let's not, beat a dead horse, but Tom Brady was the quarterback, and today you have Baker Mayfield. We know that, we understand that, but the talent that won that Super Bowl, a lot of it is still very much in the building. And so when you guys hit that first round, I don't think anyone's going to be scared of the Cowboys. I don't think anyone's going to be scared of the Eagles. You guys have been there. You guys have done that. Hey, even more so, you could say, even with the Cowboys, they could be the more scared opponent, or more feared opponent, or more cautious opponent, or the opponent that, hey, we always fumble in these situations, even though they beat you guys last year. That's going to be a good matchup. I think that would be the best televised matchup. And the idea of the Cowboys versus the Buccaneers, another round one playoff rematch. You guys flopped it last year on Tom Brady's departure. Maybe you guys can muster something up to go back at them and do something great. And if you guys do not remember, let me remind you, you guys lost that game 31-14. All right. Pretty much somewhat of an embarrassment on the departure of one Tom Brady. And so this is an opportunity to really go and have at it. Once again, congratulations on your playoff berth, and even more so clinching the division for the third consecutive time. Not a lot of teams are doing that. That's very hard feat. And I want to know, has Baker secured his spot as the future for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or does it matter on what he does in the playoffs? And if it matters on what he does in the playoffs, how many games does he have to win? Okay, does he have to win this Cowboys game, or this Eagles game, this first round playoff game, or does he have to win 2? Does he have to go to the NFC Championship? Does he have to go to the Super Bowl for any of you? I don't know who's out there where he has to go to the Super Bowl to prove himself. Or does he just have to look good? What if he plays the Eagles and he gets you 350, 4 touchdowns, but they just are too heavy of a team, and the defense doesn't show up and you guys lose the game? So let me know in the comments, where does Baker Mayfield currently stand? He just put up a performance of 9-0 against the Carolina Panthers, but we all know Baker has the ability to really go off in times where he is called to be clutch. When he is called to be clutch, he kind of performs at a high level. Once again, if we all need to remind folks, Baker Mayfield was the first quarterback to bring the Cleveland Browns to relevance. Be happy for the Browns today. They're going to the playoffs, yada, yada, yada. Baker was the first one to really be the poster boy of saying that the Browns are not bad anymore. Baker Mayfield really changed that organization. So let me know, are you guys looking at the draft for a quarterback? Are you guys going to be looking in free agency for a quarterback? Or has Baker Mayfield done enough to earn your respect and say, hey, yeah, I want him next year. I want him back for a few more seasons. I think he's earned it. So once again, by the time you're seeing this, it's either going to be the Cowboys or the Eagles that you guys are playing. And when you guys find out, let me know your predictions, and I'll see you guys next week. Like, comment, and subscribe.